Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Rocket League with me, BrainBoy20. Where we last left off, we were continuing to do online matches as we usually were doing so, after we've finally finished all the training segments. And today's not going to be anything different. I don't feel as if my skills are good enough to do any real ranked play. But I also don't feel like just... Blech. I don't really feel like anything. Let's go into this match, shall we? Who's on whose team? I'm the default goalie, unless all three of us spawn on opposite sides, but that doesn't seem to be the case. On our team is Malmo, Owens Marcus. On their team is Skillprex. Skillprex, Jabba, and Trailer Park Mo. Or Trailer Park Romeo. I'm just gonna call him Trailer. And Malmo gets an immediate score for our team off of a rebound from our own goal that they all seemingly went aggressively towards, and I think this team is going to be very hyper-aggressive. Well, we have 2 semi-pros versus 3 rookies. I think that should speak a lot about this setup. I'm going to try to stay near the edge to see if I can get an easy score. And I succeed! Which just highlights this strategy and how it's supposed to work. Let your allies knock the ball into the center for you, and simply pick up the shot if they both miss. At least that's how the strategy is supposed to work. And in all honesty, I think more teams should follow it in online play, even if it's not ranked or otherwise. Sure, non-ranked is just for fun, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't be helping your team score. I think I just took that score from Malmo. Then again, yeah, that was going in. I don't know why I did that. I was just basically trying to secure it at that point, just to make sure they didn't have a chance to knock it out of there with boost. Coming in from the side once again, it seems like this is going to be a very high-scoring match for our team. And I actually succeed, because I thought I was going to miss and deflect it a huge distance away from the area I wanted to go into. Unfortunately, because I wasn't flying or any higher than this, I missed my shot, and since I'm not following my own advice, I'm not able to keep it anywhere near it. And since, whoa, Trailer Park manages to kill Malmo. And since I'm going full speed, I of course miss my attempt to defend it, but that doesn't look like it matters that much. I'm going to try to bounce it off the edge and get a good shot going through. Malmo, why did you do that? Well, I know why. He didn't even notice me where I was, or notice where I was going. Why am I trying to steal Malmo's shot? Owen, what the heck? I tried to save Owen's save from their goal. Unfortunately, that doesn't work, and I am missing so many shots. You know, all that talk for improvement just kind of proves that I am just being arrogant. Jumping in the air, and I'm just forgetting all the basics of actually passing. But it doesn't look like it's going to matter that much, considering Trailer Park barely saves it. Never mind. Spoke too soon. And they put it straight back into the center. I missed who actually did that shot there. Not like that matters. I bounce it off the wall again. Hopefully set up a good defense, so we can at least send the ball away. I barely missed my attempt at just clipping the ball to change its direction. I don't need the massive speed, I just need a good shot set up. I'm going to go once again into the center, but that does not look like it's going to be the case. So I'm going to send the ball high into the air, and maybe, just maybe, I'll get a score going down. And I succeed by bouncing it well over any enemy defense. That was completely unplanned. That just goes so high into the air that no one's able to stop the shot. And I was responsible for 3 goals? What is this? And I completely whiff. Thankfully, they whiff as well. Not as badly as I did, but badly enough where I can set the ball, keep the ball out of their hands, and at least get a good attempt at getting a shot on their goal. Why is it so hard to say? I've said it 1,000 times already. I repeat myself so often in these, and yet that one specific phrase still trips me up. I do manage to get it out of their hands, but no one's able to get the ball even remotely further away from our goal. In fact, I'm going to push it closer and closer towards it. And while I do miss that shot, unfortunately for me, Jababo also misses. And I don't know why I knocked my ally away. He was in a very good position there. And I'm not helping because I'm still focusing so much on the ball I can't see what my allies are doing. Malmo with an attempted save? Although not really, because Owen just doesn't seem to be helping our team in the slightest. I do keep it out of the line of fire from our goal, but I don't know how long that's going to last. Not like that matters that much, because we have to still score 4 times in under a minute in order to even get a good chance of not having a tie game here. And we'll just win if they can't. And while I do attempt a shot on the goal, Jababa actually manages to save it. Good on him. Unfortunately, because I have no way of killing momentum, I want to get this a pure we score match. I don't want them to score. Come on. Oh, don't you dare start with this connection issue BS. Come on. I don't want them to get a good shot on the goal at all. Like, I would honestly want to just win by them not scoring once. So we have 4-0. If we can increase that lead, that's great. I'm just going to keep keeping it away. Maybe. Unfortunately, Malmo has side jump. Malmo's side jump fails to try to stop the ball. He was so close to actually stopping it as well. If he didn't jump there, he might have been able to pull it off. Oh well, that's also more my fault for not having any boost. My poor boost management actually allowed them to score. Not like that matters that much considering we're so far ahead that they would have to score 3 times in 10 seconds, which they're going to right now. Oh no! He barely managed to save it. Oh, I don't remember who. I think that was Owen? In which case I take back everything I said about him. And I got a huge sideways hit on myself, preventing me from having any chance at scoring. Let's see if I can keep the ball into the air just for fun. And that is game. I am the MVP and I unlocked the backfire tech decal. Let's see how that looks. We'll see how that looks and then we'll go straight into the next match. Oh, that one's a decal. Oh, that's what that means. So this actually shows the tech decal on the backfire, but I'm not going for that. I have Paladin? No. Octane? No. What was it? Breakout? That was Breakout with the wings. New wheels. DSC. Okay. And then we have the Warframe Excalibur helmet. And Octane has what decal? Wings. Alright. Back to the breakouts, wings, and into the next match. See you in a bit. And we are in the next match. Who's on whose team? Captain Pancake and Captain Pancake 2 on my team. Baseball Guy, Brownie Kaboom, Thumper, and... oh, that's all their team. And we're once again in the situation where I can't actually see the other players, which sucks. And I managed to keep Baseball Guy's attempted shot away and get a near-perfect shot on their own goal, which they might just own goal, were it not for Baseball Guy actually having good ball control and just gently guiding the ball away from the goal, which is exactly what you should do in that situation. I attempt to stop Thumper's attempt to bring the ball to our side of the field, but I fail miserably. And so I'm just going to keep bouncing it off the sidewall until I can line up a good shot. Thumper has good air control and manages to stop the momentum of the ball, but it sets up another perfect shot for me to launch it towards their side of the field, and now I'm just waiting for a good setup, were it not for the fact that they knocked me so far sideways that I had no chance of actually taking control of the ball and getting a shot off. As such, I'm just going to rush back to our side of the field in an attempt to stop Thumper. Unfortunately, because our team is not working as a team, none of us are in any position to pull this off. And I don't know why it backflipped for me there automatically. I just wanted to fly towards the ball to try to get it out of their hands and onto their side of the field. Brownie Kaboom barely stops the ball and is using all his tricks to keep the ball on our side of the field, so it's a really heavy back and forth game right now. And when another grand old melee occurs. Captain Brownie, I can't do any Captain Pancake. Since we're all going towards the ball at the same time and have absolutely no teamwork or communication, he stops my attempt to get the ball out of there by repeatedly stopping me from turning. Brownie, kaboom, destroys Captain Pancake and manages to get a shot as a result of this. Again, I'm probably blaming my team for something I should have stopped going. First touch and solid hit, but we are all going towards it, meaning we have absolutely no defense, which is going to... we're going to suffer as a result. Captain Pancake, please. Keep the ball in the air as long as I can, but Captain Pancake has other ideas of pushing me away immediately. Like, seriously, this is a team game, not Ball Hog Central. And unfortunately, I did not stop momentum in the best position. As such, I cannot keep the ball away from them. I don't understand why my turning radius is so large, which prevents me from stopping this shot. I need to slow my momentum more often. Looks like this might be a clean sweep for us. What are these guys? I don't have an excuse for losing this match. Stay on the defense because both Captain Pancakes can be extremely aggressive. Almost too much so. While I do attempt to stop the shot, I have no boost, and so I miss. I managed to stop the momentum of the ball, sending it away. Captain Pancake burns all his boost to try to keep the ball away from it, but whoever managed to block that shot did an amazing job. Not amazing enough for me just not to clear it immediately. I believe Captain Pancake to be more aggressive here because, well, they're so aggressive that they are fighting over the ball on our side of the field, which they should just be fighting to get it away from them, not in their control. Which Captain Pancake manages... which one of the Captain Pancakes, I don't know, but they managed to keep the ball away from them. They set up a good shot. Unfortunately, no one's able to take advantage of it. And as such, we're just able to keep bouncing the ball away from them, which we shouldn't be doing. We need to score at least twice to force this into overtime, so my defensive play is actually not helping our team. I get a shot on the goal, but unfortunately miss horribly. None of the Captain Pancakes are in any position to take advantage of it. And I'm going to try to keep the ball away from any good shot on the goal for as long as possible. Captain Pancake, the original, manages to have a good bounce off a wall, enough so where we can get it in the middle, and Thumper might have just owned gold as a result. Thank you, Thumper, for handing me this goal on a silver platter. Bounce it off the side wall. It goes well towards their goal, but not enough so, and Thumper managed to set the ball on the right path to score on us. Or to score for us. And since I'm in the far back, I will regale myself to the defensive position, but Captain Pancake managed to take an early lead and control on the ball. It's going straight for the middle. Captain Pancake, why did you stop moving? You blocked the ball. What would have been an amazing shot? Why must you torture me so? Captain Pancake 2 manages to barely block that shot. I'm assuming Captain Pancakes are a part of a team. There's like a 1, 2, and 3. I'm assuming. I managed to get it in between their defenders, which keeps the ball near the goal. Unfortunately, I did not jump there, so I didn't, or was not able to take advantage of this. Both Captain Pancakes are trying to score, but it failed miserably. I don't know why I jumped there. That stopped all my momentum, and has prevented me from blocking the shot, but Captain Pancake does an amazing job of keeping the ball away from our goal, like any good player should. Try to grab some quick boost, but I'm in no position due to this boost grabbing to try to take advantage of that shot. And I launch it well over the defenders and set up hopefully a good shot to get a shot on the goal, but fail miserably once again. And ha-ba-dee-ba-ha-ba-ha. To keep the ball out of their control. And have nothing else to describe, so I'm just talking for the sake of talking, which isn't really a good thing. It's probably more annoying than anything else. Captain Pancake managed to get a lazy shot with 10 seconds remaining, meaning there's still one more chance for a goal before overtime. Off the side. Okay, looks like it's triple threat once again. I am not fast, but I might as well. And triple threat proves to be a success, sending the ball onto their side of the field. I'm going to try to set up a good shot, which if anyone was in any position to take advantage of this, keep it in the air, we might have been able to score. However, no one was in any position, so we once again go into overtime. I get first touch, sending it away from any of their attackers. Keeping it on their side of the field is the name of the game here, as is the name of the game of all other times except when you're on the defense. But in overtime, there is no defense, there is offense, offense, offense. You don't want them taking shots on your goal if you can avoid it. In this situation, it's almost impossible not to, but Thumper's shot misses horribly. And Captain Pancake definitely gets the ball clear. I don't know why it stopped me entirely and why I can't turn just enough to grab the boost that I was looking for. I'm going to try to bounce the shot into the goal. Pancake, however, takes the ball away from me, denying what should have rightfully been mine. Captain Pancake 2, however, is also doing the same thing here. We are non-perfect sync. You should never be right next to one of your teammates because that just stops them from turning. Pancake sits by a perfect shot, and I block Captain Pancake, but Captain Pancake manages to get a score, bouncing it off one of the enemy teammates off the wall. Thumper goes for the intercept, but only just gently knocks it into their goal, giving us the score and the game. Rat Rod Wheels. MVP there is Captain Pancake. And with that, I hope you've all enjoyed watching. This has been BrainBoy 20 with Let's Play Rocket League, and I am signing off. So long. If you all enjoyed the video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.